Good evening, Crime Crunchies. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I am your host, Courtney C., a 27-year veteran of the media, and I am not in my Crime Crunchy lair. I am in an undisclosed location. Woo! So good evening, everybody. I hope that you are having a great Monday. Hold on. I have my phone. I'm doing something, so I needed my channel up. Okay, back. Okay. It isn't a video with me unless I screw something up. So there you go. All right. So as per usual, I am an equal opportunity, I guess, BS meter. And when I say that, equal opportunity BS, it means really I am more than happy to look at any and every theory, okay? I'm not ashamed to have gone down really weird theories that everyone's like, no, that doesn't pan out. I'm going to look at them all. Okay. And while I feel confident kind of where we are right now, doesn't mean next week I'm not going to have changed my mind. Okay. Again, I think that we're all happy to go where the evidence lies. Ultimately, we just want Nancy found. I just want Nancy found. I would love to know who did it and why. And we want her body back for the family. But I'm going to look at everything. Okay. I even had 2 episodes last week where we went down Epstein. I actually unlisted those because I don't know, something weird was happening with the algorithm. I got rid of those episodes, but I went down them and I can feel like we can cross off the Epstein theory. Okay. We're going to look at some other theories tomorrow. I actually just posted a thumbnail on my YouTube tomorrow. We're going to look at Cameron tomorrow. Okay. I've gotten a lot of emails and I have had several lately. It's like, okay, great. You're going to talk about Cameron. I'm rescheduling my connecting Cameron Guthrie with the 12 scientists that are either missing or dead. And that's great. But everyone feels like he's gotten a free pass. So he's not getting a free pass tomorrow. I actually have been working on something today with Sissy Crunchy. She was very helpful today. And I am going to go down the camera road. And I am also going to take the opportunity to cover how Cameron is connected to the 12 missing and or dead scientists. I have invited Sissy Crunchy to come on tomorrow. At this time, it looks like she may, and she might just do audio, but I think she might sit in tomorrow. So that is going to be a special guest tomorrow. Is going to sit on my Cameron. So Cameron is not immune. All right. We're looking at everything. Also, I wanted to make mention, I pinned the comment, but I am doing member appreciation. I love everybody who watches me. I just want you to like and subscribe. That would be awesome. I would be so happy with that. But if you have become a member and I gave away 10 of those, right now you've got 1 in 20 chance of winning a gift card. We're going to do that August 1st. We're going to do that live. And then I think that's what I have right now. I do also want to acknowledge emails. Joe, you sent me an email and I meant to email you earlier. I'm just wondering if you could give me more background because I think you'd sent that to me before. If you can give me more background on what you sent me on July 25th, I wanted to acknowledge Joan Morin, who emailed me, go phone Joan. And I received that, and I might touch on some of that tonight. And then also Cheryl Fournier. I also wanted to say thank you so much. I've been getting a few emails with people, and I don't want you to think if I haven't responded that I'm ignoring your theories, because guess what? They're all going to get looked at. Eventually, they're all going to get looked at. So here's the Savannah deal. Hi, Chickles. We're going to talk about Savannah. And she put out she put out a message today on Instagram. And I'm so happy that she did. My first thought is, the way that she worded her message on Instagram sounds like she's talking to, we're gonna watch it. Sounds like she's talking to the person who took her mother, but she's a smart lady. She's a really smart lady. She knows how to use the media. I almost wonder if she purposefully words her messages when she does this, talking to the suspect, obviously because she wants to get her mother back, but it also drums up the media. It stirs the pot. It tickles the wire with all of us. And if that's what she's doing, I love it. I cannot keep this story in the legacy media long enough. It needs to be in the legacy media, and we need to just not have YouTubers covering this. Okay. It needs to stay important. This is the biggest crime in the last 100 years, and it needs to have attention. So if anybody has not seen what happened, Savannah has posted a video on Instagram, and it's her first in quite a while, and it sounds like she's talking to the kidnapper. So let me share my screen. And let's see. Boop. All right. So when I share my screen, that is the great opportunity for you to subscribe. If you have not already subscribed, that would be awesome for you to subscribe and make sure that you like the video. So, all right, let me go ahead and press play. This is pretty short. I'll probably play it twice. That way everybody can hear it because it's quick. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to analyze it. So let's play.
Know that you have tried to do things the right way. So I'm asking you, begging you to do the right thing now. Make the right choice. Help us find her. Tell us where to look for her. I truly believe it is never too late to do the right thing. Help us bring this situation to an end. For all of us, no matter where we've been and what we've done, I believe there is always a way home. Please make the right choice.
All right. So I think that I had on Instagram, it's hard to start and stop these. So I think it was already in, but let me press play and then we'll listen to the whole thing in its completion.
I'm coming on today with a very specific message. It has been months since our mom was taken from us. Our family is in agony. We are in a nightmare that will not end. Nothing about our situation has changed. We have done our part, and we will never stop looking for her. We will always ache for her and feel that hole in our hearts. The world can be a cruel and unforgiving place, and I know that you have tried to do things the right way. So I'm asking you, begging you to do the right thing now. Make the right choice. Help us find her. Tell us where to look for her. I truly believe it is never too late to do the right thing. Help us bring this situation to an end. For all of us, no matter where we've been and what we've done, I believe there is always a way home. Please make the right choice.
Okay. So I'm going to go through this I'm going to start it and then I'm going to stop it because I'm going to analyze what she's saying. But obviously she's talking to the kidnapper. Okay. And yeah, so I'm going to start it and then I'm going to stop it. We've already played it 1.5 times, but I'm going to start it and stop it. And I'm going to analyze what she's saying and what I'm hearing. Okay. So let's just begin.
I'm coming on today with a very specific message. It has been months since our mom was taken from us. Our family is in agony. We are in a nightmare that will not end. Nothing about our situation has changed.
Okay. So this first portion, I want to emphasize that she's saying our family is in agony. I do want to point out that that language, that inclusive language, is different from what we've heard from Annie, especially I'm referring to the card that Annie left at the memorial, where it's really just signed from Annie, Tommaso, and Olmo, their boy, okay, their son. There's nothing on the card from Savannah. There's nothing from the family. There's nothing from Cam. It's just Annie, Tommaso, and Olmo. So it's interesting to me that Annie took her opportunity, visual opportunity, public opportunity, dropping the note off at the memorial to not include the family. But in this message, Savannah is including the family as a whole. She's saying that they have done their part, or nothing. She said nothing has changed on our end. So what is this an indication that this is what I'm feeling? I feel like this is a response to another conversation that we are not privy to. This is almost like there's been some conversation, and this goes back to my theory from a while ago, where I did multiple parts on the family knows who took Nancy. And the theory at the time, my first theory when I was defending the family, is that there could have been the fixated, I don't want to call them stalker, but the fixated person communicating with Savannah, and that there'd been this noise going on in the background that a select few knew about. Okay. And with that theory, which is not just mine, I mean, other people have talked about it, but it's one that I felt very strongly was the leading logical theory at the time, having a fixated, not romantic, not sexual, but just a fixated person that felt entitled, equal, wanting her to do something, and she didn't. She didn't do whatever that person wanted her to do. And so this is what he did. He got her attention. So, all right, let's continue, and then I'll stop and continue.
We have done our part.
We have done our part. What part is that, Savannah? Again, there's a lot going on the back end that we don't know about. And I also have to think that Savannah thus far has worked at least with the FBI. Nanos has already stated that he is no longer in contact with the family. Chris McDonough has mentioned that that is a problem. Why is Nanos not in touch with the family? Is Nanos not in touch with the family because there is a suspect amongst them? Or is Nanos not in touch with the family because the feds are dealing with it and she's working with the feds? But she's saying we have done our part. And my point here is that with Savannah following along and playing in the sandbox with the feds, listening to their advice, she's not going to just go rogue. We've seen this with her. Savannah's not going to go rogue unless they have advised her to do something. She's not going to release a message that the FBI does not know about. And I have to wonder if whatever she's doing right now isn't in a direction. And if you recall, really it was quiet. And then we got that release of the ransom notes from Howard Bloom. And I thought that was tickling the wire to see what somebody's going to do. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But this to me sounds like she's saying, we have done our part. Did she pay someone? We'll never know unless this whole thing comes out. And for me, being a control freak, it drives me crazy because chances are, even if they get someone, there'll be a plea and there'll be no trial because no one's going to want this to be out in the open, whoever it is. Okay. Sorry, Alan Jackson, he can rep them. But anyway, it sounds to me like there's other notes, there's communication going on that we're not aware of. Now, just going right here, hey, Joe, going right to this point without going any further, it's almost like, okay, they did whatever they were told to do by the kidnapper, they've done. Now he hasn't done what he's supposed to do. And if we go back to the fake notes from TMZ, there was one fake note I recall, and I haven't pulled it up, but there's one fake note that we're not sure about. But there's one note where it says that the writer talks about how the feds aren't taking him seriously. And I just have to wonder, as we continue on listening to what she has to say, if there isn't something about that needing attention, needing validation, being treated like they are important. Okay, so let's continue. So again, she's just saying, we've done our part. This tells me they've paid. And I know, we all know, if Savannah can get her mother's body back, she will pay. If the FBI lets her pay, at this point, the FBI probably feels like crap. They told her not to pay in the beginning, and she could have maybe gotten her mother's body back. Who knows? All right, let's continue. And we're going to go, and then I'm going to stop and I'll analyze what I hear.
We will never stop looking for her.
So this is, and again, no shade on Savannah. Victim, 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 respect, hugs. Can't believe this. We're all in this horrible situation. But she's saying we will never stop looking. I have not felt anything from the family that they're looking. And the only reason why is there's been no visible family looking. And she says, we will never stop looking. And I understand she's never going to stop looking, but hon, I haven't seen any of you looking. And that might be perception. And I'm not judging, but if she thinks that the public feels like she's looking or that the kidnapper feels she's looking, I don't know. Like I said, that first 30 days, they're huddled in a house, hugging, crying, and praying. All great things. I don't see them looking. The fact that there's not even a flyer on Annie's jewelry, nonprofit community outreach building. And I've said this before. You guys heard me. Scott Peterson was looking. We could go on and on about people who murdered and were looking. So anyway, hon, I don't feel like you're looking. We need more of you looking. And you have celebrity. You need to go and look.
We will always ache for her and feel that hole in our hearts. The world can be a cruel and unforgiving place.
Okay. She just says the world can be a cruel and unforgiving place. This tells me that this kidnapper, again, could have a grievance of not being treated fairly or being treated the way they felt they should have been treated. This goes back to the fixated person who wanted or needed something from Savannah that she did not provide. Whatever it was. She's saying the world can be a cruel and unforgiving place. What has this person said that he has been wronged about? What has he been wronged about? There's someone has been wronged, cruel and unforgiving. Is this the person who, anonymously wrote to her wanting something? Is this a sibling who has seething resentment that they were caregiving, doing all the hard work while everybody else is off enjoying their lives, living in wealth, privilege, beauty, celebrity, wealth, high on the hog? And I thought, Lydia, I had thought maybe this could even be a professional slight, somebody who she didn't give an intro to, or somebody that got passed up, but that's too easy. It's too easy because they could trace that person. And this seems like, because we're in month 6 or 7 now, what month are we in? 5. We're almost to month 6. That they would have been caught already if it was that easy. Okay. And we're going to talk about Matt Lauer as well, because that's kind of interesting. That's a late thing. All right, let's continue.
And I know that you have tried to do things the right way.
So how does she know that they've tried to do things the right way? She says, the world can be a cruel and unforgiving place. And I know you've tried to do things the right way. So the world is cruel, meaning somebody could have been picked on or bullied. Unforgiving, meaning maybe somebody made a mistake and they lost something major. Okay. And then what was it that and again, it's not a thing till I have a brain fart. Okay. And then, I don't remember. What the heck did she just say? All right, let's continue.
So I'm asking you.
Oh, and I know you tried to do the right thing. Okay. Again, how does she know they tried to do the right thing? This tells me that there's more notes. There has to be more notes. The world is cruel and unforgiving, and I know you tried to do the right thing. This is a specific scenario. This is like the Derek Kallela thing, where it's a response to a previous conversation. She's responding to a previous conversation. And I would bet my bottom dollar that the feds asked her to do, she's not going to go rogue. Savannah toes the line. She's not going to screw up this case. Okay, it hasn't been years where, like, Elizabeth Smart's father, I think it was like 9 or 10 months she was gone. But by then, they were so frustrated watching law enforcement make blunder after blunder that they finally went rogue and did something, and it worked out. But we're not there yet. We're not there yet for her. And she's not going to go rogue.
Begging you to do the right thing now.
To do the right thing now. Okay. So is this about the world is cruel and unforgiving, and I know you tried to do the right thing, but I'm asking and begging you to do the right thing now. Okay. So redemption.
Make the right choice.
Make the right choice. What are his choices? She said that they've done their part. They did their part. Was anyone here aware of the family doing something, doing their part? What part? Make the right choice. What are the choices? I guess we paid you. Now we want her body back. So this tells me that at least Savannah paid something to someone, to somewhere. And I don't think that this is going to have anyone turn themselves in. I think that she's hoping some anonymous map with an X is going to be sent in through a tip line. I mean, that's really the only thing that could happen. If supposedly this person is that protected by using these contact forms on TMZ, they could send her a map. They could send her coordinates. That's all it would take in this day and age. Lat Long, you can Google Lat Long.
Help us find her. Tell us where to look for her. I truly believe it is never too late to do the right thing. Help.
So she's telling him again, do the right thing. But what's at risk for this person? You know, are they truly protected if they communicate and tell her where to go? They could just simply fill in the contact form and just do a latitude and longitude, lat long. I know Harvey, they would know what to do with that. They would understand what that is. And it sounds like the family's paid. So make the right choice. Do they think that this is going to do anything? You know, we don't know if any of her one-to-one messages to the kidnapper has done any good in the back end. We don't know if it has affected somebody. I know that a lot of times, just hearing, I think we've all become armchair professional negotiators for kidnapping at this point. But I have to wonder if, you know, if reaching out to his emotional side has worked at all in the past.
Help us bring this situation to an end. For all of us.
So when she says, let's bring this situation to an end, did they promise him something? Did they promise this person immunity? Maybe she didn't pay him any money. Maybe what she did was she got the feds to promise immunity, that it is so great to her family to get their precious, beautiful mother back. What if his biggest fear this whole time has been retribution? And the world can be a cruel and unforgiving place. And I know you've tried to do the right thing. So what if Savannah said, I'm a Christian. I'm going to turn the other cheek. And I just want my mother's body back. I know she's gone. I know she's in heaven. I don't want this person prosecuted. I just want her body back. We have to end this. And when she said earlier, we have done our part. Is there possible communication that they'll get him or her a lightened sentence? Maybe she can't get immunity, but she got him the best deal. Maybe she didn't pay money. Maybe she's getting him immunity. And we don't even know. I mean, she could be talking to Porch Guy, who, in the words of the great Dr. Gary Brucato, is not the chef. I mean, we're assuming she's talking to the chef. She could be talking to the mope, the dope, Porch Guy, and saying, we've done our part. She probably could get more of a deal for Porch Guy than she could the chef. Porch Guy needs to get the deal because Porch Guy is the one who took Nancy, whacked Nancy, and probably dumped Nancy. Porch Guy can lead them back to the chef. So who is she talking to right now? Is she talking to the chef? I don't think she is. I think she's talking to Porch Guy, and maybe they tickled the wire with the ransom notes. Maybe there's something been going on, and Maureen O'Connell had said they're getting close to Porch Guy, and when they get Porch Guy, the gates will open. And, we hear some people say FBI, Maureen is saying it's imminent that they're going to get Porch Guy. They're close to Porch Guy. And then you've got other FBI saying that they don't have anyone. Well, it could be we got to Netflix and chill. We got to keep these guys cool,
No matter where we've been and what we've done, I believe there is always a way home.
Yeah. And this is her trying to tell somebody, no matter what you've done, it's okay. Hey, we've done our part. You have the opportunity to make a choice now. And this actually makes me think now that they haven't sent any money. I think she's worked a deal for Porch Guy. I think she's worked a deal for Porch Guy. And that is exactly what these John Lamb and Chris McDonough, I know I listen to him, but all these guys, not just John Lamb, they've all said, Porch Guy, you need to run, not walk to the nearest PD. And you need to tell your story. The first who squeals deals. And they're closing in. Maybe it'll never get solved. Some people are starting to say it's looking cold, it's looking lukewarm. But he who squeals deals. And maybe this is what they're doing.
Please make the right choice.
Okay, so again, I just have to, listening to this and analyzing, Savannah has talked about being very, very clear in her messages. The first messages she said were written with Annie and Cam, all of them together equally. I don't know if they wrote it and then the FBI negotiators cleared it or whatever. But I do feel like she's talked to this person and has, tried to reach out to his emotional side. And this one is probably the most direct as far as what she's saying about answering without answering. And I've analyzed the Hoda interview, and I could pretty much tell when Savannah isn't telling the truth. She's a very honest person. She starts rambling. She doesn't make eye contact when she's ad-libbing. She's very articulate. She's very honest, very direct. Her words are very articulate, well chosen, well thought out. She's very educated. She's good on camera, meaning she's able to get words out that connect, that make sense, and that deliver the message very clearly. She's an orator. Okay? She's an orator. She does not do well with making stuff up on the fly. Like lying. She's not a good liar at all. And so this message, I do believe that she was giving bullet points to cover. She's involved with a lot. She has only talked about this case, I think we can count them on one hand, since February 24th. She's made really very, even, she addressed it when she went back to the Today Show. And then, there was a time when she was talking about going off to Wordle, and she brought it up slightly, and it was like she was almost apologizing, like, I promise I'll be better. I'll be good. I'll bring the joy back. It's like she was apologizing to NBC because they've been having to put up with her. Oh, how dare you, Savannah, you're such a bummer on set, Savannah. It's not like your mother was just, kidnapped and murdered and you don't know where she is or who did it. I mean, she was very apologetic. And then now, so with your permission, I would like to play it one more time, having analyzed it, just to make sure that there isn't anything I'm missing. I want to listen to it one more time and just see if, what I just discussed still makes sense in my brain.
I'm coming on today with a very specific message. It has been months since our mom was taken from us. Our family is in agony. We are in a nightmare that will not end. Nothing about our situation has changed.
Nothing about our situation has changed. Why would she say that? Okay, what is the use of saying nothing about our situation has changed? Of course, their situation hasn't changed. I'm just thinking, why would she use those words? Nothing about our situation has changed. Why would she say those words? Our family has been in agony. Nothing about our situation has changed. Nothing about our situation has changed. I'm going to have to think on that because that means something. I mean, it's a throwaway. She doesn't have to say nothing about our situation has changed. Yeah, offering money, nothing about our situation has changed. I mean, I have to think that that's them saying nothing about our situation has changed, meaning we're still willing to pay the money. But then, all right, let me just continue. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to kick this like a dead horse. I'm really just trying to listen and read what she's saying without saying.
We have done our part, and we will never stop looking for her. We will always ache for her and feel that.
Okay. Nothing in our situation has changed. We have done our part. We will never stop looking for her. And the family's not looking for her. Is she telling this guy law enforcement is never going to stop looking for her, meaning law enforcement is closing in? It is inevitable that they're going to get you. Nothing about our situation has changed. We will never stop looking for her. And the family is not looking for her. They're not out on the pavement. I think she's telling him, what if she's telling him, we don't want you. We want the chef. And we're never going to stop looking. Our situation has not changed. We will never stop looking for her. We did what we So what if she's telling him, A, law enforcement is never going to stop looking. Our situation has not changed, meaning we don't want you. We want the chef. And we did what we said we were going to do, meaning we're working a deal for you. We just want her body. We need you now to tell us where she is. We don't want you, porch guy. We want the chef. All right. I think I cracked it. You guys, I saved Nancy Guthrie. It's the ticker tape parade again. Didn't we save Nancy Guthrie a couple weeks ago? I just did it again.
That hole in our hearts.
Guess what, you guys? We're gonna have to listen to this again. I feel like if you guys think I'm full of shit, tell me. I don't know. I think she's just telling this guy, we don't want you. We want the chef.
The world can be a cruel and unforgiving place, and I know that you have tried to do things the right way.
Maybe this is porch guy has reached out to them and said, you know, I feel really bad. I feel bad. I didn't want to hurt this old lady, but I can't risk it. I can't risk it. I can't tell you, you know, maybe he has said in some way, he has said, I can't, I'm too afraid. They're going to kill me. What if these guys are going to kill porch guy? If I tell they're going to kill me, I can't tell you where she is, Savannah, because they're going to kill me. The price is too high. And the cruel and unforgiving are the people who's going to freaking kill me if I hand them over.
So I'm asking you, begging you to do the right thing now.
And tell them where the mother's body is and let justice play out.
Make the right choice. Help us find her. Tell us where to look for her. I truly believe it is never too late to do the right thing. Help us bring this situation to an end. For all of us, no matter where we've been and what we've done, I believe there is always a way home. Please make the right choice.
Yeah, so all right. And I'm sure that none of this has anything to do with anything, but this is what I'm feeling. Again, Savannah, from what I've seen, she's direct. She tells the truth. She can't ad lib. She doesn't go rogue. She says something without saying something. It's all double entendre. These are things that have been talked about. She's been told to reach out and try to reach his emotional side. She's trying to tell him, we don't want you. We want the chef. But he could be afraid of the porch guy could be afraid of the chef. And he could be in big trouble. And maybe also, in addition to some sort of immunity deal, maybe they can get him witness protection. Could be Derek. So she's asking him to make a choice. Do the right thing. Be brave. Put on your big boy panties, big boy Superman underoos. Pull them up tight. Get them right up that butt crack. But he could be afraid of going to jail or getting offed by the powers that be. Okay, guess what, you guys? I have to listen. I'm going to play it again. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're playing it again. It's short. Bear with me. I'm figuring this out. without even being close to the real thing. But I think in my own mind, I'm figuring this out.
I'm coming on today with a very specific message. It has been months since our mom was taken from us. Our family is in agony. We are in a nightmare that will not end. Nothing about our situation has changed. We have done our part.
We've done our part.
We will never stop looking.
So, and she's saying, we've done our part. Again, this could be an immunity deal, a sweet deal, a plea deal, probation. It could be witness protection, whatever this guy wanted to make him feel safe and go, okay, I'm going to do this, has already been done. She's saying, we did our deal. We've done what we said we were going to do. I know that the world is cruel and unforgiving, but I know you tried to do the right thing, but we will never stop looking for our mother. And her saying that is not her family physically going out and looking for her mother. It's law enforcement. The feds are never going to stop looking for Nancy. And you can take this opportunity to do the right thing. The first one who squeals deals. This is your chance. We've done everything we can. We kept our word. We have it all done. They're never going to stop looking. Please do the right thing. Now you need to tell us where she is. And maybe this is also a way for her to say, hey, porch guy, this is your last chance to get the deal. Or all you need to do is tell us where she is. It's the key unlocking the box.
Looking for her. We will always ache for her and feel that hole in our hearts. The world can be a cruel and unforgiving place, and I know that you have tried to do things the right way. So I'm asking you.
What if he tried doing a deal and a deal fell through? What if he tried doing a deal? She's saying, I know you tried to do things the right way. Maybe the feds were negotiating with, and I feel like this is porch guy. I don't know why. I feel like this is porch guy that she's talking to. And he is, like Maureen O'Connell said, if they can get porch guy, the gates will open. He is the keeper of all the secrets. So what if the feds tried getting some negotiating with him and it fell through? He got scared, he got cold feet, or they didn't do, he felt like they were yanking him. The risk was too high. It's like, nope, I'm out. And he goes underground again. What if he went underground again and they're like, Savannah, we need you. Maybe what she did talking to him before worked. So maybe they are getting her to do this to try to reach him again and just say, look, our situation has not changed. We're not going to press charges on you. We just want our mom back. We now need you to make the right choice. And maybe by her saying, we're never going to stop looking for our mother, saying this situation is never going to end for you. This situation is never going to end for you. You can end this. Please tell us where she is. And basically, whatever has been agreed to, we will follow up. We will follow through. Whatever it is that they've negotiated with this guy to get the chef, she's going to make sure it happens. We just need this to end. We just need this to end. So I don't know. This gives me a lot of hope. And I'm probably completely insane. And nothing I've just said is anywhere near what the reality is. I could be completely insane, but that's probably not too far off either. I'm a nut job. So let's continue, and then we'll switch gears a little bit.
Begging you to do the right thing now. Make the right choice. Help us find her. Tell us where to look for her. I truly believe it is never too late to do the right thing. Help us bring this situation to an end. For all of us, no matter where we've been and what we've done, I believe there is always a way home. Please make the right choice.
Yeah, I feel like she's totally telling this guy. And I believe this. I believe this to my core. If she had it up to her, she doesn't want to prosecute this person. She just wants her mother's body back. She's going to turn the other cheek, and whatever it takes to get her mother's body back. And then whoever the chef is, that might be a completely different story. But okay, sorry. I had a shiny object. Okay. I'm going to put a self-serving poll up. And I've never done these before, so I don't even know if it'll work. I just want to make sure everyone has hit the like button. That's all. I was going to put a poll up. Okay, yes, hit the subscribe and like. That's what I wanted. Okay. Is it working? Maybe it is. I've never done a poll before, so this is my test. Hit the subscribe and like button. I don't want anyone to become a member. I just want you to subscribe and turn on your notification bell and watch, because I don't know. I have what is that? Oh God, here we go again. Imposter syndrome. I have a lot of imposter syndrome. And so when I see people are actually subscribing, I feel like, okay, I'm not an imposter. Awesome. Okay. All right. So switching gears, now that we've solved the case and we know now that Porch Guy is in negotiations, he's squealing and dealing. He's putting on his big boy underoos with up the butt crack. Okay. We're getting him on there tight. We had some weird sleuth intuition who, hey, look, a squirrel. Woo! Sleuth intuition had a interesting thing today. And again, like I said, I'm equal opportunity bullshit meister. I am happy to look at everything. I want to hear all the conspiracy theories because you just don't know. Okay? But I know I'm not going to spend much time on it. Okay? Because I'm sure it's not. I'm not, I promise. But I'm not going to shy away because dun, 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 the eyes. Dun, dun, dun. Look at the eyes. Just saying. That's all I'll say. There are some similarities. I'm not going to go through the video. Okay, I know it's not him, but look at the eyes. How do we know he hasn't completely cracked? Everyone's like, no. And yes, I know it's not Matt Lauer, okay? But I said, I'm looking at everything. I'm not going to not look. I mean, and here's the thing. I've had people email me that I have to go down. It's my job. I have been deputized. I've been asked by the powers that be to look at every crazy scenario and conspiracy theory. It's my job, okay? Someone's got to do it. But here's the thing. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the weird stuff. I will acknowledge the weird stuff because, again, this is an investigation. And you've got to look at everything. The family hasn't been cleared. Stupid bananos, nonads cleared the family, but then word salad, and the feds never cleared the family. And until someone is arrested, like I said the other day, statistically speaking, it's the family. And I feel really guilty. I feel really, 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 really guilty saying that. And tomorrow, equal opportunity, I'm going to look at something about Cam, even though I know it's not Cam. I'm going to look at it. It's fair. We're examining. This is a professional investigation. Okay, I'm now a professional investigator, and I'm just doing it publicly. Okay? And we're going to look. There's probably nothing there. But we're going to look and we're going to talk about it because that's what we do. Yes. So I'm going to share some fun insights about Cam tomorrow, and then some things that have just kind of made me go, So another theory that's out there, and I'm not going to be able to really look too much into this one because I don't know how. There's no way to look into this, but I've had several people comment. I read every single comment in after. I've read it because I do a little heart and then I do a little thumbs up and I read every single comment. And I've had several people now comment and mentioned that they think the whole thing was staged, that she could be in witness protection as a result of somebody closing in on Savannah, making threats to Savannah, and that perhaps Nancy was removed and made it look like this happened as a protection of Nancy, because there was a threat to Savannah, and they did this whole elaborate staging because they would play kidnap. With the aunt would come and kidnap them and drive Annie and Savannah, and I don't know if Cam was there, but they would the aunt would kidnap the kids and drive them up to Phoenix, and then they would stop at a payphone and they'd call Nancy and say, "Oh, Mom, we've been kidnapped." And Nancy would go, "Oh, I don't know what I'll do. Oh, this is horrible." And then the aunt would have them for a few days and then bring them back. And so there's been a lot of people that have wondered if perhaps if there had been a known threat to Savannah, and somebody had threatened to take Nancy, or that they did this as a protective measure, and that she's okay, she's in witness protection, or she's at a safe house or something. So I don't know. And I have no way of checking that. There's no way to even check that. So I did want to acknowledge it. Like I said, we're going to talk about everything. It's our job. I take it very seriously. This is all I have to do. No, I work full time during the day, but then at night I am a crime fighter. I don't think she would. I don't think Savannah would do this. I think it's just, because I've gone down some weird roads, and it's just like, wow, that's even too far. That's even a huge stretch. I can't stretch that far. I can't stretch that far. I can stretch, but sometimes it's just like, yeah, Zosha, the crime fighting kitty. And I am putting the crime in Crime Crunchies with my member appreciation. For every active member, YouTube told me I cannot do a giveaway. It's against their rules. So I'm going to be on the lam. And I think August 1st, I've got 5 free memberships to give away. We'll do the free memberships after I spin for member appreciation. And, but I really appreciate everybody so much. Please make sure you have subscribed. I'm going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be talking about Cam. We're going to be going down another avenue. And I'm going to think more about my analysis of Savannah's message tonight. I don't know Discord. I guess I'm too old. I don't know Discord. I've never used Discord. I'm old. I'm from the 1900s. Gather around, children. I'm from the 1900s. Children. Yes, it is hanging out with friends. And I love all of you guys. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to talk about Cam. I'm going to think more about my video on Savannah. I'm sure I'll look back and go, okay, I'm nuts. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Eehaw. I will not be in my Crime Crunchy later. I will be here. I hope you'll be here again tomorrow. I know TIR is on at 7. I actually was going to go live last night. I was going to go live at 7. And then I'm like, damn, TIR is on. Damn it. They freaking foil it every time. And I would have had to wait till like 9 p.m. And I was so tired. And I'm like, they foiled me. TIR, they grabbed that 7 o'clock. What if someone else wants the 7 o'clock? CST, 8 o'clock EST. All right, you guys, I'm done. Stick a fork in it. I will see you tomorrow. Please come back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, 5:30 p.m. We're going to talk about Cameron Guthrie and make up more stupid bullcrap, okay? All right, you guys. I will catch you on the flip side. Toodaloo.